I will stand this way. Right hand, I will catch you with the right hand.
How to use them proper.
Hitting.
How's it going, everyone? It's Michelle Watson, the Karate Hottie, alongside the hubby.
The hubby.
AKA punching bag, AKA coach. So today we're gonna go over something that I really enjoy doing.
Loving. No, mitts. We're going over mitts.
And the reason why I love it, there's like no better feeling in training than to hit a mitt just right and to feel that solid punch land and to hear the pop of the mitt. And I'm sure a lot of you out there that compete know exactly what I'm talking about. It just makes you feel like you're doing the technique perfectly. And a lot of people ask us, well, how do you hold mitts? And it's very important to understand that there is certain ways to hold mitts properly, to where you're learning stuff and you're teaching proper technique. You're not learning any bad habits. And also to where it can be beneficial for the mitt holder as well. So we're gonna go over a bunch of different mitts that we use. There's obviously tons of different styles of mitts that you can use, but today we're just gonna go over the mitts that you have on your hands, because we also use the body shield and we'll use the round pads, the thigh pads, but maybe in a later video we'll go over that. All right, here it is. Did I get you? Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go over these. This actually is a noodle, and if you can't afford to get them custom like we did, you can go to the dollar store and pick up one of those noodles that you use in the pool, cut it in half, put some tape on it where you're gonna grab it, and you got yourself some noodles. And that's for like a lot of defense and head movement and dipping and slipping, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So our first pair of mitts are right here, and these are really small, nice and compact, and we call them focus mitts because most of the time when you're using this, you are working your accuracy and your speed, so the mitt holder can move around in a quick fashion, and you guys can, use the entire space that you have, and when you hit these suckers, it sounds like butter. Huh? Yeah. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna do
please.
anything. Go.
Please.
No, off camera.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Anything else?
Nope.
You want to add?
You did it out perfectly.
Okay. All right. So these nice guys are called double-sided. So it's pretty cool because you slip these in, and when you're doing really creative combinations, if you want somebody to hit you, down below, you don't have to flip your hand over, and it makes it kind of awkward. So you can, change levels with these mitts pretty easily, and then
even for the person hitting, right? If you're doing it with these little guys, sometimes one of the issues that happens is you hit it, and because of the way the hand's positioned, you can
hurt yourself. So these double-sided ones come in handy when you want to get creative with your combinations and level changes. Yeah?
Yep.
Alrighty. And these guys are extra padded mitts, and this is good for if you have somebody that's a really, really heavy hitter, to preserve their hands and also to preserve the mitt holders.
I don't think it does anything for the mitt holder. I really think it just helps preserve the person's hands, because you guys are always hitting nonstop. So
yeah. But when I talk to Coach Wink, he likes because Coach Wink holds the mitts for the big guys, and he said he likes these ones because they absorb more. They absorb more, and they break down a lot. They take a longer time to break down, right? Because they're thicker. So if you're a heavy hitter, or if you want to preserve the longevity of your hands, get these really thick padded ones. Now they don't sound as satisfying as the focus mitts, but they're going to preserve your hands.
You still get a good pop, though.
Yeah, you can still get a good pop if you know how to punch.
Boxers get a good pop.
Shh. Oh, and also, because these are a little thicker, you can be a little versatile and use them for kicks. If you have somebody that's really good at controlling their kicks and understanding the accuracy of the kicks and the range of the kicks.
But even sometimes mitt holders want to hit the person if their hands are getting low. With these, you don't have to worry about.
They're a little bit more cushioned.
Yeah,
and Josh will show you that later when we actually start moving around. And these guys are Muay Thai pads, okay? So they actually cover your entire forearm when you slip them on, and it's for Muay Thai, for knees, punches, elbows, and kicks, okay? So it's a little bit more clunky for the mitt holder to hold, and you have to
They're made for the bigger limbs, right? The knees, the legs. But even when you punch them, same like the other ones, it has more cushion, so it's good on the hands.
Yeah. All right. So now that I've gone over all of them, we're gonna go over each one individually and show you how to use them properly.
Hitting?
How to hit them properly. Okay, so here we are with these focus mitts, and what I think is important is for Josh to tell you the do's and don'ts for basic mitt holding.
Yeah.
And then I'll explain the do's and don'ts for actually hitting the mitts. Yeah?
Well, I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way, but in my personal opinion, I don't think you should hold the mitts this far, because mitts are going to be the closest thing you get your athlete to actually punching a full speed at a body. So the way I hold them is way different. I wouldn't recommend doing this until you get the rhythm of the athlete. If not, you will get hit a couple times. Even this one's hit me a couple times.
Well, this way isn't good anyways, because when your athlete is hitting the mitts and your hand pops back like that, you can really damage your ligaments around your elbow, and that's not good. So you want to be in a good stance, just like you would if you were fighting somebody, right?
Yeah, well, it depends. Yeah, just because, if you're going from a lefty to a righty, it's different, especially like someone like you that switches. Mm-hmm. It just depends. But,
so then how do you hold?
But yeah, but I think this is just because of my background and growing up and actually competing a little bit. Uh-huh. I will stand this way, and I will hold the jab hand. So when they're punching, if she's orthodox, the jab hand, I will actually catch it with my jab hand. And in the right hand, I will catch it with the right hand. But I put it very close to my chin. That way she has the actual visibility or the actual feel of punching through someone's chin.
So what he's saying is he's giving me a visual. It's not.
It's a better look.
That's what my martial arts instructor used to always tell me. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Because if you practice something a million times the wrong way, guess what you're gonna do when you're competing? Yeah. You're gonna do it the wrong way. So you gotta practice the way you're gonna compete.
And but even in front of the camera, right? If I was holding here, then obviously it's a lot more compact. Where if I'm holding here, this is not really realistic. And just like Michelle said, you will hurt your elbows.
Yeah, so give a realistic look to your athlete.
Sure.
Okay, and anything about meeting the punch, recoiling on the punch?
Yeah, so you have to meet it. Sometimes you can even get two fighters to start off with even just their hands. And so it's just kind of like catching a punch, right? You do have to meet it, because if you don't, again, back to hurting the person holding the mitt, you're going to cause this arm to go this way, and it hurts like crazy here, especially if you've been hitting and you have tendonitis and stuff like that. So you do want to meet it. So if Michelle was punching with the right hand, I do want to meet it as if she was even, if I was even fighting her and I wanted to block the punch. Yeah, you want to make sure you meet all of them, or else that's going to happen and it hurts.
Mm-hmm. And every fighter is going to have a different style, a different speed, and a different level of power when they're hitting. So what I would recommend is to start off slow. And understand each other's range and movement.
And rhythm.
Rhythm?
Yeah. Rhythm is huge. I think anytime I start holding mitts for someone for the first time, I'll tell them let's just start off slow. Because as important it is for them to gain my rhythm, I have to get your rhythm as well. Okay, so start off slow, then you can start picking it up, adding the power, and then adding the movement. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Yep.
All right, so on the focus mitts, I'm just going to show you a little bit of certain combos that we do a lot on these focus mitts, what it sounds like, how he's moving, and how I'm moving.
Yeah, so one of the things that is very important, I think, on mitts for the athlete is the fighter still needs to control the range, still needs to control, the range and and when they want to engage, right? I get it. Sometimes we're trying to burn them out. That's fine. But still, I should not always be having to get closer to the athlete so that they can get a good pop. That's up to you. You figure it out and start to learn that, because once the fight happens too, it's up to you to figure it out.
Understand the range. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to be the one doing the work, not you, because you're not the one inside the cage.
Right.
All right.
But if I do say, right, jab, then we want the jab to go, right? So jab, jab, 1, 2. So right there, Michelle flew, right? I call it flew. So she went too far out. We shouldn't extend it, right? We want to break the body down in half. So the jab should still go here, and the 2 should still be there, right? So 1, 2. So you'll feel it as the fighter. You'll know, and even you guys will see that she kind of flew out, right? So 1, 2. Again. 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 There you go. Again. Again. Good.
So as the person hitting the mitts, what's important is that you aim for the target. So each of your mitts will normally have a target. Right here is the blue. And you don't want to push into the target, and you don't want to meet the target. You want to punch through the target. So it's up to me to punch through the target, and it's up to the mitt holder to catch. Okay? Yeah. So if the mitt holder doesn't catch correctly, you have to continue to punch through and make sure you don't hyperextend your elbows.
Yeah. Well, also the correct form for the fighter is going to prevent the hyperextension, right? Because if you just go here, that's going to hurt worse. Now, if you actually turn it, it's like shadow boxing, so you're not going to hyperextend as bad.
All right.
It shouldn't hurt as much.
So those are the focus mitts. Alrighty, these are the padded mitts. And they're just a lot thicker all the way around, really, and it just helps for the longevity of your fighter's hands.
Yeah, and then like you said, so Coach Rink was mentioning that it actually absorbs more of the punch if you have a power hitter.
If you have a power hitter?
If you have a power hitter. But then you can get creative. We'll show you a little bit of that.
So yeah, because these are thicker, you can catch kicks with them if you have a fighter that is really good at controlling where they place their kicks, and also understand the range of kicks. So we'll show you a little bit of sample of.
So same pop, but you still get a good pop. So let's just go 1, 2 for now.
Okay.
Good. Again. Good. 2. Good. 1, 2. High kick. Good. 1, 2. Good. You can even go in there for knees if you wanted to, right? So ready? So go slow for now.
Okay.
Right? So when you're starting off, just start everything slow for now. But when everything's slow, this athlete should be doing everything correct. So if she's not, I'm sure you guys will. Leave it in the comments, right?
Shut up.
So jab, cross, inside leg kick. Bam, cross. And the cross for this combination, I just like it because it corrects the athlete. They're back in their fight stance.
All right, so it's jab, cross, inside leg kick, back to the cross.
Yep.
All right.
Ready?
Still slow?
50%.
50%?
Go.
All right.
Good. A little bit faster. Go.
And you can do that. Start off slow until you figure out the rhythm and then pick it up.
Yeah. Good. With this ones though, you do have to be careful because it's knee, right? You're protecting the athlete always, so we don't want them to hit that knee. So make sure you put it on that knee, or even just here sometimes. So go here. All right, so my knee's not there, not giving her the full visual, but she's not worried about kicking my knee. Go hard now. Good. Jab. Jab up top. Good. Jab up top, cross. And those are the padded mitts. Oh, plus you can hit. Right? You can hit and you don't have to worry about it.
What do the 5 toes say to the face? It wouldn't be smack, it would be whack.
I'm gonna do one of those. All right, so what are these?
These are Muay Thai pads. And obviously they're Muay Thai pads because they're meant for Muay Thai, which is punches, elbows, knees, and kicks. And Muay Thai kicks are different from like karate kicks and taekwondo kicks because you use your shin to kick through the pad. Yeah. So these go all the way down your forearm. So it gives a bigger surface so that your mitt holder can catch the entire shin.
Well, also I think we have more force behind it, right? Because if I wanted Michelle to throw a side kick.
Well, that's not Muay Thai, but okay.
Yeah, but still, it allows it. Where with that, yeah, you can do it, but if you really want to lay into it, you know, it's better to catch on the forearm.
Yeah, so these are meant to catch kicks. Now, when you're catching kicks, so let's kind of go over that a little bit, right? So inside, how do you like to hold inside leg kicks? Okay, so Josh will hold it same way he held it with a little bit of the fatter pad. Okay, so he'll hold it right there. He's using his leg to brace the impact, okay? Again, you want to kick with your shin. Okay, what about outside leg kick? He's going to turn his arm over to catch the outside, okay? All right, and then what about head kicks or body kicks? All right, so body kick is right there. So he's resting the Muay Thai pad up against his rib cage, bringing his elbows in. Okay, and it's very important to bring your elbows in because if your elbows are out, you might catch an elbow, and that sucks. I've done it before, a week before my fight, and it sucked. And the reason why is because he called for a head kick.
That wasn't me.
No, well, Coach Wing called for a head kick, and instead I went for the body, and then I caught the elbow.
Yeah.
So
not the same.
Okay, so body is here, all right? So.
And then for the pad holder, make sure you meet it as well, right? You don't want to just take it here.
Okay, so. All right, so that's a body, okay? And head, same thing. You can do single catch or you can do double catch. It depends on your fighter, it depends on your style, and it depends on your comfortability, right? So what are you comfortable doing?
Both.
Both? All right. So I guess we'll just show a variation of both of those kicks.
You want to throw hands too, or?
Let's just do the kick first, and then we'll do some combinations afterwards.
All right.
So head kick. So same thing, guys. He's keeping his elbows in, so I'm not catching my elbows, and he's keeping it nice and tight to each other. Because if spread apart, it's going to be bad for him and me.
And they make some of these guys with an actual like a brace, so that's not even a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And just because it's a head kick.
Just because it's a head kick, yeah, you don't have to be up here, right? They're still going to be here. She's trying to get him up here.
Yeah.
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 All right. Here we go. Is that a head?
Head.
There you go, that's a head. All right, ready? And then single.
Same thing, right? Make sure you meet it.
And single gives a little bit more of a realistic look because the head ain't that big. It's like this big.
Yeah.
Some people's head is kind of big, like yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do some combos.
All right, so let's go jab, cross, inside leg kick, high kick.
So jab, cross, inside leg kick. Oh, okay, high kick on that side.
High kick on the other side.
All right, I got you.
All right, ready?
We'll go slow.
Slow. Ba, 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 ba. Good. And then so Michelle likes to stay in the southpaw position, so let's go again. Good. So Michelle likes to stay in the southpaw position. If you don't or you can't, then I would say make that person end with a jab. Again, it makes the body correct. So watch, let's go slow. So jab, cross, inside, up, jab. And so that jab, it's not really intended to land. If it does, great. You had someone really aggressive or we didn't land the head kick. But if they don't, this person is corrected and they're ready to go.
Back into my orthodox fighting stance.
Right.
Okay.
Do that one again.
Okay.
Let's go 40. Good. Again, you want to get a different angle? Same thing. Ready? Good. Again. And let it go now. Ready? Good. Jab. Jab cross. Jab cross, high kick. Good. Switch angle. Jab cross, high kick. Good. Jab cross, high kick, jab cross. Ready? Good. still get a good pop, especially with the kicks.
And that's what you're aiming for. I'm out of breath.
Why are you being so hard?
I don't know. So, whew.
That's the different variations of mitts.
Hopefully,
And again, if you guys see the same thing, I still hold them here until it's time to hold the kicks.
hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you want anything to go into more depth with any of these mitts, let us know. Any combinations you'd like to know. What else?
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sending my love.